In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on May 10, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Toronto Maple Leafs. It's the continuation of a first-round playoff series from the Eastern Conference on the ice down in the Sunshine State. The Tampa Bay Lightning travel to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs with an overall record of 51-23, placing them third in the Atlantic. Currently, their first-round series against Toronto is tied at 2-2 on the season. The Lightning are an above .500 team in their 41 road games, posting a record of 24-15-2. Heading into the game, Tampa Bay has played well against Eastern Conference opponents, sitting at 29-16. The Toronto Maple Leafs host the Tampa Bay Lightning with an overall record of 54-21, placing them second in the Atlantic. Toronto will look to bounce back from a 7-3 loss in Game 4 on the season. The Maple Leafs have played well in their 41 home games, posting a record of 31-8-2. Heading into the game, Toronto has been tough against Eastern Conference opponents, sitting at 34-12. Two of the Eastern Conference's best have lived up to the hype and made this one of the most exciting series in not only this first round, but for quite some time. The Lightning were able to take their second home game on Sunday night to even up the series before heading back to Toronto. Tampa Bay has been able to bounce back from both of its losses in the series to win the following game, but has still shown that even the two-time defending Stanley Cup winners can be beaten. The first 4 games of this series have gone back and forth, and it appears to be the Leafs' turn to take Game 5. Now they're back on their home ice. It seems like a tough call after the way they were dominated from the puck drop on Sunday, but Toronto has proved it can be just as dominant. Firstly, the Leafs were able to weather the Lightning storm in Game 3 and convincingly defeat them 5-2 in Tampa. That was also a smooth victory without superstar Austin Matthews recording a single point, let alone a goal. Better yet, Game 1 was also in Toronto, and the Leafs absolutely dominated in a 5-0 shutout victory. The Lightning got out to a 5-0 lead on Sunday, but Toronto has the electric skaters to do it right back. As much as Tampa goaltender Andrei Vasilevskiy is revered, Matthews and the Leafs had their way with him in Game 1. He and Mitch Marner combined for 6 points, and Toronto goaltender Jack Campbell was dominant between the pipes. It can be a sweat to bet against a Lightning team that has been there and done it, but this may finally be the Leafs' year, and it could certainly be their night. So the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. In Tampa Bay's 82 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 44-38. So far, taking the over when the Lightning are playing away from home has been a good bet, with an over-under record of 23-18. On the season, 56% of Tampa Bay's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 55% of the scoring coming from the Lightning. In Toronto's 82 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 45-31-5. So far, the team has been less likely to go over the betting line when playing at home, going just 18-20-3. On the season, 68% of Toronto's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 53% of the scoring coming from the Maple Leafs. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Blues versus Minnesota Wild. The St. Louis Blues faced the Minnesota Wild in Game 5 of what has been a great back-and-forth series. The Blues won Game 1 4-0, and after losing 2 games in a row, won Game 4 5-2 to even up the series. The Wild won both Game 2 and Game 3 in dominating fashion, but after a rough Game 4 loss, hope to regain the momentum of the series. With the series tied, Game 5 looks to be a great game, with both teams looking to take control of the first round. These two teams played each other 3 times this season, with St. Louis winning all 3 games. including one in Minnesota. The Blues scored 6 goals in games 1 and 3 and 4 goals in the second game against the Wild this season. Vladimir Tarasenko recorded a point in each of the 3 games versus Minnesota this season. Pavel Buchnevich had 5 points in 3 games against the Wild, and he recorded at least 1 point in each of the 3 matchups this season. It was David Perron who was the star on offense in the first and fourth game of the playoff series, as he had a hat trick in Game 1, and he scored twice and added an assist in Game 4. Defense and goaltending were fairly average for Minnesota this season. They ranked 16th in goals against per game and 15th in shots against per game. The Wild will have a hard time stopping the Blues' offense, as they had a hard time in each of the 3 matchups this year and in Games 1 and 4 of the playoff series. Make no mistake, the Minnesota Wild are the better team overall though, and they should have the edge at home, where they've been great all season. It's hard to get a feel for this series given that every game has been a blowout from all sides. With that said, it's the underdog that's won 3 of the first 4 games. In fact, 5 of the last 9 winners between the Blues and Wild, the team getting plus money has won. Marc-Andre Fleury doesn't exactly look like the same goalie he was a couple of years ago with Vegas. St. Louis will carry momentum from their Game 4 win, and they will win Game 5 on the road to take a 3-2 series lead. So the St. Louis Blues money line is our full game side pick. The Blues ranked 3rd in goals per game. Vladimir Tarasenko led St. Louis with 82 points, and Robert Thomas had 77 points on the season. It was a very balanced effort on offense for the Blues, with 8 players having over 50 points on the season. The Wild ranked 5th in goals per game and 11th in shots per game. Kirill Kaprizov led the Wild with 108 points, and he was top 5 in points in the league. He had 2 points or more in 5 out of his last 6 games to end the season. Kevin Fila had 85 points and Matt Zuccarello had 79 points. These 2 teams faced each other 3 times this season, with all 3 games going over. In the first game, both teams combined for 10 goals. In the second game, they combined for 7 goals. And in the third game, they combined for 11 goals. The first game of the playoff series went under, but the Blues did score 4 goals. But the Wild did not score a goal. The over hit in Games 2 and 4 of the playoff series and in 7 out of the last 10 matchups between these 2 teams. Both teams were superb on offense this season, and both teams have been carried by their offenses throughout the series, and the upcoming game should reflect that, with both teams piling on the goals. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Kings versus Edmonton Oilers. The Los Angeles Kings dominated the Edmonton Oilers on Sunday, winning 4-0 to evening their series at 2, heading back to Edmonton for Tuesday night's contest. Edmonton was 3-1-0 against Los Angeles during the regular season, but the Kings are giving them everything they can handle. The Edmonton Oilers have been the better, more consistent team this season, and they've won 7 of the last 10 meetings against the Kings. So you can understand the line, especially with them being at home. However, the Kings are coming off their best showing in quite some time, and Jonathan Quick looked terrific for once, pitching a shutout on 31 save attempts. A 2-time Cup winner with 89 playoff starts, a trustworthy Quick in net raises the ceiling for the Kings and certainly gives them a fighting chance in a crucial Game 5 on the road. The Kings sure turned things around in Game 4, not only winning after getting crushed in the 2 previous games, but in every facet of the game. They woke up on the face-off and were much more aggressive on offense, and I look for both things to happen again. Quick was stellar in the last game after getting yanked in the previous one, and with the defense playing better and him back on track, the Kings have great road value as a huge underdog. I do not look for the Los Angeles defense to shut down the dynamic attack of the Oilers again, but they will get it done on D and also play well on their attack. I see a close one here, but with their confidence after the big Game 4 win, they will win Game 5 and head home with a chance to close out the series. So the Los Angeles Kings money line is our full game side pick. 2 games in this series have gone over and 2 have gone under. The Kings' defense was throttled in Games 2 and 3, but then pitched a shutout in their last game. Their defense will grate in their last game, led by a fantastic Quick, and I look for him to anchor a solid defensive effort again. I do not see another Los Angeles shutout, but they will keep the Edmonton attack in check. The Kings did score 4 goals in the last game, but the last one was on an open net. They will get some goals in this game, but I do not see them scoring over 3 of them. In Game 5, an Edmonton defense will be the name of the game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.